Hey guys, what is up? It is Captain Foley back with you to hang out and have some fun. So, what are you guys up to? What are you doing? Talk to me. Talk to me, Goose. Tell me things. This is the way. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Who's going to join us today? I wonder. Uh, Good night, I hope, says Smart Smears. Yes, it has been a good night. Hold on one second. I just gotta check a thing. Okay, hold on. Alrighty, how is everybody? Let's see what's going on here. What's the word, nerd? Oh, Raymond Andrews is here. Hello, Raymond Andrews. How's it going, sir? Good to see you. Sean's Model Builds. Good evening, Captain. How are you? I am well. Shay Locomotive Productions. Hello, Captain. I got Rick's Prometheus book today with some extra goodies. What kind of extra goodies did you get? You got the blueprint schematic thing that he signed as well. What else did you get? I want to know. I'm curious. I just actually moved Samuel's downstairs today from the library. It's actually downstairs right now. So Terrence Child says I didn't expect to see you so soon. Oh, really? When was the last time you saw me? Permission to come aboard. Permission granted, Neil. Hello, Tim. I'm glad I could catch this live. I'm glad you could as well, Lorenzo. Thank you for joining us. Robert Westfall, good evening. Bwahaha. Evil laugh. And Nick says, evening, Cap. Please stop sending the smoke Iowa's way. My eyes and throat can't handle it. Hey, it's not my doing. Blame that on Quebec and Alberta. It has nothing to do with us here in Ontario. Yesterday it was so smoky here, it's not even funny. So, feel your pain. I feel your pain. Today was pretty good, though. Today was clear, even though the air advisory says it wasn't great. Some Voyager prints included. Nice. Lieutenant Raymond Andrews says, I loved the Bubo video. Thank you. Yes, that's on the Captain Floyd personal channel. That was today's release, talking about my Clash of the Titans life-size Bubo, which I got at Wonderfest, which is awesome. So if you don't know who Bubo is, I don't know what's wrong with you. Go watch Clash of the Titans or watch my video on it where I kind of explain who he is. He's awesome, and that was like one of my holy grail pieces that I've always wanted my entire life, and I finally got one. So I'm super stoked about that, and yeah, it's that simple. Sean's Model Builds. Now that Kate Mulgrew is free from Prodigy, will she be able to join Star Trek Legacy? Who knows? Who cares? She's not really necessarily free from Prodigy. Prodigy's not necessarily done. Season 2 is in post-production. It's almost done. All the animation and stuff will get chopped around, get picked up, and maybe the whatever streaming service picks it up will want a season 3. So I think she was always free to do Legacy. It's not like, doing voice work for Prodigy is going to take up all of her time. I mean, so... Neil says, we have an air quality warning here in Cleveland until midnight. Robert Westfall, hello, Mon Capitan, stowed aboard and ready for a good show tonight. Well, I don't know if it'll be a good show. It's just me sitting here talking to you guys. So whatever you guys want to talk about, we'll talk about. It's kind of up to you guys whether it's a good show or not, I think. Uh, can't wait for Strange New World in 6 hours, right? Chris Tenorino, in some scenes, Star Trek being filmed in Canada. Is some scenes... I mean, Strange New Worlds is filmed in Toronto, yes. It's like an hour and a half from me. So yes, it is filmed in Canada. Why? Why do you ask? That scene that we saw in the trailer of La'an and Kirk going into a Roots store, yeah, that's in like downtown Toronto. So yes. Terrence Childs, I've been watching Venom Geek Media. The Dominion War is absolutely everything I ever wanted to know about the Dominion War. That's awesome. Sean's model builds. I will ask her at GalaxyCon rally and let you know what she says. Well, she won't be able to tell you, even if she is going to be doing something, she won't be able to tell you. So that's not going to matter anyway. Captain Corky, I am in Akron, and it was really bad here too. Nick says, my 9-year-old is sad about Prodigy. Hope it gets picked up sooner rather than later, even if it goes against getting Trek in one place. Sean's model builds. Have you built a restored Enterprise D model yet? I am working on a 2500 scale version for GalaxyCon. By restored, I think you mean with the USS Syracuse secondary hull. No, I have not, and I probably won't, honestly. If they come out with one, I'll gladly buy one, but I don't want to build one. Chris Senorino says for autographs. For their being filmed in Canada? Yes, they are in Canada. But filming was done right after season 1 was finished filming, so they've been done filming Strange New World for quite a while now. Robert Westphal, also, first strike is in the lakes tonight, Captain. Woot woot. That's awesome. Thank you, Robert. 14 people here with 21 likes, which was, oh, sorry, that's reversed. I'm sorry. 22 people were here a second ago with 14 likes. That's better. Hit that like button if you haven't. Wow. I apologize. Yeah. Kaiser Dragon says, I heard that Marvel is filming a movie in the District of Columbia. Cool. Sean's model builds, yes. Tenorino, yes. For Terry Metalis and Lover Burton. Neil Hammersmith, we watched some Prodigy and saw the Borg episode. The art direction for the drones was interesting. Cenobite vibes. Yeah, we cover that on a review of that, and they're more like an old school Borg. They kind of go back to more of the best of both worlds look for a lot of them, but I love seeing like the alien Borgs, like the bigger ones. I thought that was cool, like things that they really couldn't do in live action. But they are like they're basically crippled Borgs, so they still they act different because they have been, kind of taken out. So yeah, that's not the best episode of Prodigy by any means. Mark says, just got here. Hello, Mark. Chris, what if Dragon Ball manga is canon in Star Trek universe? I have no idea what that means. I know what Dragon Ball is, and I know it's like an anime, but that's all I know about it. And over 9,000! And Super Saiyan and Vegeta. I'd be Vegeta. But anyway, I think that's his name. And then, like, the little round balls with, like, stars in them or some shit. I don't know. And dragons? I don't know. I don't know anything about Dragon Ball. Anyhow. Captain Corky, do you think they may have canceled Prodigy so that they could redirect budget for a Star Trek Legacy show? Who knows? I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case, but at the same time, knowing Paramount, they have no fucking idea what their fans want. So, you know, no, I really don't think that they've done that. But that being said, everybody loved Terry Trek, and everybody loves Terry, and everybody wants Legacy. So I don't know. They might. I got this weird hair advice. They might have done that. I think it's a mistake. You're canceling Discovery. Please, by all means, stop your production on the Starfleet Academy show. Nobody cares. Reallocate that money. Like Prodigy just won two Emmys, at least. I think it was only two. One for Best Outstanding Animation Kids Show, and one for Production Design. So we just won an award for this fucking show. Let's cancel it. That's a good idea. You know what you're doing, guys. Dickheads. Sean's Model Bills. Will Prodigy Season 2 release on DVD? Yeah, very likely will, yeah. Rent Head Audio Archive says, hey. All right. Sean, yeah. Raymond Anders, thanks for your autograph on the USS Arkansas. Well, thanks for asking me to ruin your picture by putting my name on it. I ain't nobody special, but if you want me to sign it, I signed it. So, but thank you, Raymond. Hopefully it looks good. You'll have to send me a picture of it with, now that it's back in the frame with all the signatures on it. Just take a nice picture of it. Try to frame it up nice and then yeah, send it my way. I would love to see it. Kaiser Dragon. I'm not much for remakes, but would you be interested in a remake for Hunt for Red October? Sure. Yeah. I mean, the first one was kind of perfect, so I don't think you need to do that, but sure. Mark says Aaron Waltke and the crew deserve to have season 2 be released at least. It will be. Don't worry. I'm sure somebody's going to pick it up and stream it for season 2. Hopefully they have the money and the budget behind them that they can actually order a season 3. But we'll see. Rent Head Audio Archives. Prodigy question here. If Paramount Plus is shopping Prodigy to other networks, couldn't that network renew the show for additional seasons? Yes. As long as they have Paramount's permission to do so. And I think that would probably come with the deal. Like, if you want to pick this show up, stream it on your service, and request other seasons that you guys are going to flip the bill for, we'll give you the licensing rights for it, is probably how that deal would go. I really hope that's the case, because I know Aaron had a lot of good ideas for stuff that he wanted to do, and I'm pretty sure that season 2 is going to end on a cliffhanger, which really sucks if we never get a season 3. So, yes, I would hope that would be part of the deal. I'm not sure how these excuse me, I'm not sure how these deals work, but that's what I would assume to be the case. And yeah, and I'm sorry for my dogs snoring. Lola, he's snoring, sweetie. Are you comfortable? Do you want to move? Well, obviously he was comfortable. He was sleeping and snoring. Yeah. Skeleton, Strange New Worlds, #1 fan. Evening. Did you see Strange New Worlds dropped episode 3 late last night through some screwy Amazon Prime Paramount app? I watched it. Yeah, I did see that. I did not watch it though, and it is gone now until it's supposed to be released. I was that was clearly a mistake, and I knew it was. I know it's a time travel episode, so I think it's called Tomorrow, Tomorrow, and Tomorrow. Great name. And I thought they did it on purpose. Apparently not. I did not watch it. I will watch it when the time is right, which will be tomorrow morning. Robert Henrik. A Starfleet Academy animated series could could be interesting, but live action? Yeah, well, they're doing a live action one with Tilly in the 32nd century. Because she is working at Starfleet Academy now, and that's the plan. So, who cares, really? But hey, it's Kurtzman's pet project, so of course they're going to allocate money to that, because Kurtzman's awesome. I hope your sarcasm meters are going off. I should have a sarcasm meter like right here. Robert Westfall. Hey, Cap, do you plan on coming to Salt Lake City this fall for FanX to get together with Riker, Tasha, Worf, and others Trek stars? I do not, no. Neil Hammersmith. They canceled Prodigy with other shows, plus Paramount Plus is hurting financially. To Captain's point, they not engaged with the audience. Engaged. Robert Westfall. Uh-oh, I see you're wearing a Rant Alert shirt. Well, it's a Red Alert shirt, but yes. I mean, I might rant. We'll see. Mark says, Paramount, we have a show that has one enemies, but we'll wrap up it. Holy shit, let's try that again. Paramount, we have a show that has one Emmys, but we'll wrap that up in the same category as a few other shows that nobody has heard of and get rid of them. Yeah, sounds like a good plan. Sergeant Montgomery, Paramount Plus gave Tyler Sheridan way too many projects. That dude must be soaking up half the budget. Yellowstone, 1883, 1923. Yes, Puggins. Fleet Paws here. Ooh. Honestly, I'm not interested in a Starfleet Academy show, especially set in the 32nd century. I hear you, Fleet Paw. I hear you. Sean's model builds. Why can't they listen to the fans when they make the plans? That was clever. That rhymed. That was pretty good. George Mangrum. I think that all of these streaming channels are really struggling. I'm worried for Lower Decks and Strange New Worlds. Strange New Worlds. Oh my god. I'm not worried for them. I mean, Strange New World just got renewed for season 3. They started pre-production, and the writer's strike happened. I mean, everybody was like hemming and hawing about this is the next golden age of Star Trek. Well, it's kind of winding down already, guys. Do I think they stretched themselves a little thin in spots? Possibly. Anyway. Mark says, I like Tilly, but yeah, not thrilled about it. Fleet Pod Swift back, $2. Never fear, I am here. Have a good day, Stuart. I had a pretty productive day. Good is relative, but I mean, I got stuff done, so that is good. But I didn't like have a lot of fun or anything, so good to see you, Fleet Pod. Gary Kaiser. Hey, if Paramount... I think it's because I'm sitting up too. I don't know about a cough. Anyway, if Paramount drops Star Trek, who else would pick up the franchise? Paramount is not dropping Star Trek. It is their fucking cash cow. They will not give up Star Trek without a fight. That'll be like a last-ditch effort. They're shopping around Prodigy, so who knows who could pick that up. Crave here in Canada could, because they already air all of the Star Trek stuff. Netflix maybe, Amazon, who knows? It's possible that any one of these streaming services could pick it up. But they're not getting rid of Star Trek. That would be the fucking dumbest thing they could ever do if they want money. Because it is their cash cow. 100%. Star Trek is Paramount's cash cow. Hold on one second. Have no fear. I've returned. George Mangrum, also a little chance that Legacy will get made under these current circumstances. Yeah. I have thoughts on Legacy, but I'm not gonna get into them right now. Smart Smears, honestly, Starfleet Academy only exists to try and continue Discovery, but with a new cast, so it's cheaper. Depending on the tone, they probably positioned it to be Prodigy replacement as well. God damn it. Sorry, guys. By the tone, I assume you mean with kids. I mean, it could be. Robert says, I put your sarcasm detector into overdrive regarding Stargate. What do you think about a Stargate Infinity reboot done by J.J. Abrams with Kurtzman as co-producer? Both those names fucking suck, and they should leave their hands off of it. But I don't know what Stargate Infinity means, so there you go. Disney, Gary. Please let it be Disney. Gary Kaiser. I like the idea of a 32nd century Starfleet Academy, but it puts a fresh face on everything. Sean's model builds. Cat needs cop drops or a shot. Hey, I'd do a shot. Anybody wants a super chat? Neil Hammersmith. They should do an anthology series hosted by Q where they explore lore, theories, and open plot points. We have a few. We still have a few questions around. Yes, like a Star Trek What If. So many things that they could have done differently in Star Trek that they didn't. What if? What if they had done that? We've got Marvel What If, so that'd be awesome. Fleetpaw says, do you want another round franchise, Robert Hendrick? Because that's how you get another ruined franchise. By putting those two twat waffles in charge of anything. Got phlegm in my throat. I can feel it. That's what's doing it. Sean the model builds. In the next golden age of Star Trek is the Kurtzman age of Trek. If the next golden age of Star Trek is the Kurtzman's age of Star Trek, where's my gift receipt or exchange policy? I want Metallis Trek instead. Robert Henrik, how do you ruin Stargate Infinity? I don't know. Robert Westfall, bless you, Stuart. Hope your coffee gets better. Me too. Olam Job, Cap may need an air filter. I guess the fire smoke is bad there. Not really, no. Mark says, I hope Netflix picks it up. I've already subscribed and wouldn't have to buy yet another streaming subscription. Neil Hammersmith, question. The all dressed up for the future Strange New World dress uniform video is 1701 long. Was that intentional? No. Just like our Enterprise D Returns video was 17 minutes and 1 second long. That also was not intentional. It just happens sometimes. It's a happy coincidence. Power 543 fan films. Oh my fucking god, it's Stuart. Right? It's Samuel. Sean's model builds. I agree with Fleetpaw. I wouldn't be able to see Strange New Worlds next episode until tomorrow evening at 9 p.m. Yes. Fleetpaw says, oh my fucking god, it's Samuel. Gary says, no, and no on Stargate. Bright Starlines. Hello, Captain Foley. Long time since I've been on a live. Yes, it has been. Welcome back. Good to see you. Robert says, Stargate Infinity, the animated Stargate series with Butterfly Ancients, lasted just a season for a reason. That also rhymes. We got a lot of rhyming going on this evening. Gary Kaiser, they need to finish Stargate Universe Season 3. SC Scout Guy, Stuart, I really enjoyed your cars and coffee video with your daughter. Well, thank you. I'll probably do another one next month when it comes up again. But I'm glad you enjoyed it. Skeleton Stranger World says, you skipped me, yo. No, I didn't. It was removed by our moderator. I did read it, but yeah, you shouldn't be talking about it because it was a fluke that it was released, and we don't want any spoilers for the people that haven't seen it. And I don't read every comment, despite what people think. I do skip the odd one if it's irrelevant or if it just is something I don't want to talk about. Captain's discretion. Robert Henrik, there is not enough alcohol in the world to forget infinity. Yeah. Mark says I had never heard of Stargate Infinity. I think I've heard of it. I just didn't know it was an animated show. Olivia throws in $20 to $20 super chat. Hey there, cat. Or here, cat. Have a drink. Fine. I'll go get my shot glass and my alcohol. Just 1 second. All right. So, still working on the Ground Royal apple. A shot would be nice right now, so thank you, Olivia. Oh, shit, that's a full one, too. It's like right to the top. All right, that's fine. It's fine and dandy. Probably be the only one I'll have tonight. So, it's all fine. But thank you, Olivia. Skynet thanks you for your service. There we go. Olam Drab did not like Stargate Universe. I was like, enough with the dark and grim. Everything's sci-fi. Damn it. Donnie Pearson. Hello. Yep, okay. Neil Hammersmith. That's twat waffles with syrup and butter. Cool. Fleetpaw says, no, he did not, Skeleton. He chose not to read it. This is true. I have final veto power over the things that are deleted by the moderators. I did read it. I just chose not to read it out loud. There you go. Gary says, hey, Cap, for future reference, my last name is pronounced Kaiser. I, not E. So Kaiser. Kaiser? Gary is your name. There you go. Sean's model builds. Cap needs to wear a Darth Vader mask for his live. It has a built-in respirator, doesn't it? It does. I have one in the other room. So I could. No, ketchup and Worcestershire sauce, Neil Hammersmith. Sturm Von Ulk. Waffles with syrup sounds good right now. Waffle House is just down the street. Oh, yes, Waffle House. Smart Smears. I'm not worried for Lower Decks and Stranger Worlds because they don't have the time to get replacements for those out in time. Maybe season 5 of Lower Decks is in trouble, but that's too far off to worry right now. Yeah. Raymond Anders says, would you and Sam like to see my new jumpsuit uniforms like in Star Trek 2 in the new Academy series? Would we like to see new jumpsuits uniforms? Yes, new uniforms. You gotta feed Sam. He loves his uniform stuff. So we need all the uniforms. Every episode have a different uniform. It's kind of what they do already, so it's fine. Smart Smears. Also, I'm fine with Academy existing because I know this will be the last 32nd century show. We may as well round that era out a little bit before we leave it, presumably for good. It'll never be left for good. You'll have fans making fan films about it. You'll have books being written, carrying on with the Discovery characters. You're gonna have your 32nd century Discovery. Don't worry. You'll have it. It'll be there. It'll be there in one form or another. Robert Westphal has an appointment tomorrow. Permission to jump ship for tonight. Permission granted. Get out of here, Robert. Fleet Pass says, honestly, I'm good with the 32nd century ceasing to exist altogether. Granted, Mr. Westphal. Yes. Skeleton, Strange New Worlds, and Refan. I've been blipped in the Marvel sense. Yes. Sorry. Olam says, I'll give it a chance. I think disco didn't belong in this 22nd century. So even that 32nd was an improvement. Samuel says, so, getting closer to the thing. Still not quite done, as I added some extra fancy to the start, since the editing was quite fancy. Haha. Sam has a thing that's coming out that you guys are going to be excited about. That's all I can say. Sorry, he has a thing. Neil Hammersmith, I rewatched The Menagerie. There were some plot points where Ad Astra per Aspera came close, contradicting on. Gary says it's German. Yes, well, I'm half German. So I understand. And Sylvia's grandmother is German, her Oma. She was in Berlin during World War II. So I understand the Germanness. So it is Kaiser then. Perfect. Swift Paw Fleetback is what I was going to call you. Wow. You're going to turn into a wolf, Samuel. That's the only thing I know of. Best movie of all time, The Abyss. Ooh, yes. By the way, Samuel, if you're still watching, which you better be, don't forget to send me the thing early tomorrow morning, and make sure you send the link to it via Messenger so I can get it right away and watch it. And don't be too tired to do what we have to do tomorrow, because tomorrow's new Trek Day. I'm watching you. That bottle, is that Guinan's good stuff? Could be. Sean's Model Builds. Are you going to any conventions this summer, Cap? I would love to go to Vegas again. There's also a Fan Expo in Toronto. I don't know. The only one I really have planned is London Comic Con. That's London, Ontario. You were going to be in the UK? No, I'm not. London, Ontario. That's the big one I go to every year, where we have the TOS Captain's Chair, and I don't know what the Star Trek guest will be, but I'll be the MC for that panel on stage this year again. So that's the only one I have planned. So. Terrence Childs. There's a new Babylon 5 movie coming out. Are you going to watch it? Probably. Sturm von Alk. When is Captain Foley going to appear in a Trek Shorts thing? Hold on to that thought. Neil Hammersmith. I'm 50% German. My family name used to be von Hammerschmidt. Samuel says, you want me to send you a thing? Well, there's two things. The thing that you're making right now, and then the other thing that, we're going to have to need to talk about. You know what I mean? So send me like two things. I don't know. Just don't send me your thing. I mean, the thing you're working on, but not the other euphemism for your thing. Anyway, you know what I mean. Captain, I know you like Titanic, so have you watched channel Ocean Liner Designs? I'm subscribed to them. I haven't watched anything from them lately. Skeleton Strange New Worlds. Did you ever see the concept short where they CGI the TOS crew into a modern looking bridge? It's on YouTube. It's like 6 years old. Yes, did see that. I absolutely love that, actually. Replacing the background like that was amazing. It looked fantastic, and Was it needed? No, but it was really cool. I'd be down for them doing something like that, honestly. But Sean's model builds. Is tomorrow your first reaction video for Stranger World Season 2, Episode 3? Yes. Tomorrow at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hayden Christensen is at Fax Expo Toronto in late August. I think you mean Fan Expo, but yes. So it's Todd Stashwick. SC Scout Guy, Stuart, my kid was trying to explain the littlest hobo to someone at school and got in trouble because apparently hobo is a slur word now for unhoused person. You can't make this stuff up. Shake my head. Wow. The littlest hobo. Tim G. What do we have to look forward to after Strange New World Season 2? Probably Lower Decks. And then Lower Decks Season 4. Yes. And then Discovery Season 5 at some point. Yeah. Sean's model builds. Most of the TNG cast will be at GalaxyCon Rally. Fleet Paw throws in $5. Y'all are talking about sending each other things over Messenger. Should I be worried? Fleet Paw. Need I remind you that I send you things over Messenger, which... I'm just saying, I'm having another drink because I feel like it. I should pin a comment about $20 super chat drinks. But anyway. So yeah, things can be anything. That's why they're things. They are things. They can be anything. So Fleet Paw. Don't pretend like you don't get things. Raymond Anders, there's a new uniform jacket book from Star Trek 2 coming out, Amazon books. Coming soon, that I read. Oh, cool. Urs said 34 minutes late to the live stream. Sorry, Cat. No problem. It's not like I'm taking attendance. By the way, I am taking attendance, so hit that like button. We have 34 people here and 32 likes, so somebody hasn't raised their hand or their thumb to give me a like. So, Fleetpaw, what the actual fuck? Guy, how stupid. Olam Drab, certain a-holes have been using kill hobos as a meme for years now. Oh my god. Sean Model Build says, I built a Titanic model in late 2018. I'm with Fleetpaw. I haven't even heard of that Olam Drab. The Big Bang Theory enthusiast. Hello. Interesting. Interesting that the Big Bang Theory enthusiast with the Sheldon Cooper picture would show up when we're watching, me and Sylvia are watching Big Bang Theory again. I think we're on season 4 right now. We watched like 4 episodes tonight. I'm concerned now. Maybe it's Sylvia. Neil Hammersmith. Bean, you drink from Terminator shot glasses compared to Star Trek. How big a fan are you? I'm as big a fan as I got them free in a nerd block. That's how big a fan I am. I love Terminator. It's great, but I'm not a huge fan of it by any stretch of the imagination. But yeah, the shot glasses were free in a nerd block, so I don't even have. Let me think. I don't even have a Star Trek shot glass. I've got a Cheers shot glass. I've got one from London, England when I was there. I've got these 2 Terminator ones. There's the Skynet one and there's the T-800 one. Or T-100, whatever the fuck the number is. I used to have a actual shot glass that was like a sight, like a sniper scope sight, but that broke. I got a Jurassic World exhibition one now. I've got a Wonderfest one. Oh, my Wonderfest one is down on my desk. Should have brought it up. I've got a blue shot glass, but I can't remember. It was for a specific alcohol. Yeah, I've got a few shot glasses. I don't have any Star Trek ones though, which is odd. My favorite new term is unalived person. Sean's model builds. Todd Stashwick is at GalaxyCon. Riley also. So is William Shatner and Christopher Lloyd. Mark, have they given any dates for Lower Decks yet? No. Matteo Vincent. Oh, time travel tonight. Yes. Gary says, I want to see a Doomsday Machine in Strange New Worlds. Sturm Von Hulk. Forever sleep. Dirt Nap always worked. Hers says, it's a messenger conspiracy. Didn't you know that they all have an alien bug in their necks? Fleetpaw says, I had a rough day. Leave me alone. And Sam says, here. Wow, I'm so confused with how the hell is happening now. Fleetpaw, you've had a bad day. Leave you alone. Why are you telling me to leave you alone? I'm just informing you that you're on a select list of people that receive things from the captain. So I'm just saying, I'm just reminding you that things get sent over messenger, indeed. Moving on. And no, get your minds out of the gutters, guys. Donnie Pearson. I myself wish to see Admiral Jean-Luc Picard and or Captain Worf in Season 4 of Lower Decks. Likewise, a post-Nemesis Enterprise E, whether with a yellow or blue colored deflector dish. Shea Locomotive Productions. So, Warp Point 5 is full impulse, but that doesn't mean it is half the speed of light. Warp 1 is it. I have a whole script written for impulse drives and how they work. And I had Rick crunch some numbers for me and figure things out. And there's a whole lot of numbers in there with like C behind them for the speed of light or whatever. Like under the speed of light. Gives me a headache. Fleetpaw says, so, it's my dad's 65th birthday today. We could wish Frank a happy birthday from Trekyards. Happy birthday, Frank, from Captain Foley and Trekyards. And Sam's here as well. You know what? I'll just speak on his behalf. Oi, oi, governor! Happy birthday! Because I'm English. I can't do an accent to save my life. Happy birthday from Trekyards. Donnie Pearson, also an Enterprise in Stranger Worlds, would be at least refit or retrofit to an enhanced and augmented version of the canon Enterprise, a la Resurrected Starships. All right. Resurrected Starships Enterprise, or TOS Enterprise, is cool. Absolutely. It is by no means better than the original Enterprise. I'm sorry. He's been on our show. We've had Resurrected Starships on our show. He's a good guy, does great videos, and I absolutely love his attention to detail, especially when it comes to his ship redesigns. But I don't agree with half of what he did for the TOS Enterprise, and I hate that he uses it in all of his videos. But that's just me. There, I said it. Sean's model builds. What was your favorite Terminator movie, Cap? Terminator 2. White Star Line. Bazinga. Wow, seriously? That was precious. Breathing in or sighing or something. Oh my goodness. Donnie Pearson, I revised that version to make it look like the version seen in the second TOS pilot, where no man has gone before. Not to be confused with where no one has gone before from TOS. Who would confuse those two? Where no man has gone before is the first episode of TOS, despite what everybody thinks. No, it's the man trap. It's not. The ship is different, and so are the uniforms. It was aired in the wrong order. Their fucking production order was shit. No one is going to confuse Where No Man Has Gone Before with Where No One Has Gone Before Donnie. At least not here. LDG is here. Neil Hammersmith, your vampire skull and cross remind me of Fright Night. I'm so sorry. Sean's model builds. Maybe Sam just gave you the thing when he said here. I'll check, but it's not the thing I'm referring to. Nope. He did not send anything. Sternbot Alk, wouldn't it be interesting if they transformed Lower Decks into a live-action series? Would likely be expensive, but a live-action Star Trek comedy-centric series could be interesting. It could be, but it would lose its charm. They could do so much with Lower Decks the way it is. And they do. They deep dive into a whole bunch of canon. Like the giant Spock skeleton from the animated series episode The Infinite Vulcan. Hanging up. I mean, you can do that in animation form. To do that in live action would just be, you could still do it, but it'd be insane. It doesn't fit the format for Lower Decks to be live action at all. So, I gotta disagree with you there. Hezraz, I'm looking forward to the Lower Decks Stranger World crossover. Yes, me too. Matt Boardman says, happy birthday, Frank. That's from our awesome moderator, Matt Boardman. Sean's model builds. Given the slight changes to the Enterprise in Season 2 of Stranger Worlds, will it slowly change into the TOS look over the course of the series? I mean, that's what we can hope for. Makes no fucking sense still, because in the cage it looked exactly like Kirk's Enterprise, just with solid nacelle or bizarre collectors with spikes on them and a larger deflector dish. So it would be weird for it to go to that to what we see in Stranger Worlds, and to slowly change back into. And the changes they made to it this season, at least in the second episode that we saw, which we've kind of looked at the ship, it's got more of a curved neck. The TOS Enterprise never had a curved neck. Season 1 Stranger Worlds Enterprise is much more in line with the TOS neck of the so for them to... Don't get me started. Rant alert. But I hope they would do that. Will they? I doubt it. He says thank you. Awesome. Neil says, I love your videos. What would you recommend as a beginner model build for a first-time builder? Star Trek wise? I would say any of the Polar Lights Cadet Series 1/2500 scale ships. They're all fantastic. That being said, the Enterprise D and the Enterprise C and the refit Enterprise and those, and they're not very big, so they're easy to build. They're very simple, very straightforward. The problem, excuse me, the problem is the decals, because they actually have like full decal sheets for the saucers of the Enterprise D, which are huge. Same with the C. You have to know how to use how to do decals properly. Use microset and microsol. Clear coat it first, like paint the model. Sorry, here we go. Prime the model, paint the model, clear coat the model with a gloss finish. Then apply your decals, use microset and microsol, then do another clear coat when those are dry over top of the decals. And then if you don't want a shiny look to your ship, You use a dull coat over top of that. It's a process, but that lays the decals down nice. Problem is, even with me being more of a skilled model maker, those large decals are a pain to navigate and to get on the model and get done right. So the builds are easy. It's the finishing touches which are the pain in the ass on those. But I'd still recommend them because they are cadet series. They are made to be more simple. But the water decal, the the water transfer ones are kind of a pain if you don't have patience. So I hope that helps. Man, that was a buzzsaw storm. I know, right? Pugs, man. Matt knows. His girlfriend's got a pug. Precious was saying bazinga. Mark says, plus, where no man has gone before, they were still trying to figure out Spock's look. Yep. Gary says, good night, Captain. Hope that cough gets better. Thank you. Sean's model builds. Neil Hammersmith. I would recommend the 1000th scale Enterprise refit from Polar Lights. The 2009 version came with Aztec details. Well, never build a 2009 version ever. That is an awful fucking ship. But yeah, the 1000 scale ones from Polar Lights are also good. The refit, again, that's going to be a rough one because of the decals. If you want a simple build, more simple but still very cool and just as impressive, get the TOS Enterprise in 1000 scale from Polar Lights. That would be a better choice probably. But yeah, the decals are a pain. They're a pain and a blessing. They make the ship look so amazing when it's finished. It's just getting them on. So it's a mixed blessing for sure on those. But anyway. Good evening, Captain. Sorry a little late to the hangout. That's okay, Matthew. Matt Boardman, have you noticed that they're starting to use more and more of the TOS bridge sounds? I haven't noticed that they've used more and more. I noticed they've been using them, but I just didn't notice the upswing. I'll pay attention. Fleet Pause says, I like it, Matt. The bot swing missile is awesome. Neil Hammersmith, thank you, sir. No problem, Neil. Sean's model builds. They have to bring a TOS Enterprise expert onto Strange New Worlds. Maybe James Cawley or the Star Trek Continues showrunner. Vic Mignogna or James Cawley. Okay, well. They shouldn't do either of those things, in my opinion. Maybe bring somebody in. I don't think those guys are necessarily the good choice, and definitely not together, because I don't think they'll work well together. I have reasons for saying this. I just don't want to get into it. Yes, Matt. Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway. Terrence Childs. We should see more of the Prometheus class in these new Star Trek shows. We should. That'd be awesome. Raymond Anders. Warp 0.5 is like half a glass of scotch. LOL. Well, there you go. Stern Von Ulk. I wish Strange New Worlds would show a Miranda in their timeline. Maybe even an Oberth or a comparable vessel. Expand the fleet of ships. They have done that. There's the single nacelled ship, which we saw the first episode of this season at Starbase 1. Parked right beside the Enterprise, a very small little ship. It was in like season 1 as well. The first episode, I believe. First or second episode. Small little single nacelled ship. Very much like the Saladin class. But a lot smaller. So that's there. That's kind of like the Oberth. The Oberth was a small ship. You also got the Farragut, which was in the last episode of last season. And that was also in the opening scene of this season on the other side of the Enterprise. And that's more like a Miranda-style ship. A little bit larger than the smaller single nacelled one. But not as big as the Enterprise. So there you have kind of been expanding the fleet. Sean's model builds. No Hammersmith. Don't forget to cut up the Aztec details to get them onto the model. That way they won't roll up on you. GCals makes great ones. Some with custom registries. 2009 edition of the Enterprise refit, not the JJ Pride. Oh, okay. Did you know that you can paint the Aztec decals with iridescent colors to replace the movie to replicate the motion picture effect, and the paint doesn't smear in the water? Yes, I know all these things. I've got a bunch of different pearlescent paints. I got a blue, a green, a pink, a red, a yellow. I've got all the paints for that. It's a pain in the ass because you got to mask it though. You got to mask off the areas that don't get the paint, and then it's a pain in the ass. Either way, whether you're decaling or masking. Don't cut up your fucking decals though. They come in wedges for the saucer. If you're good enough, they go on. I would not recommend cutting them up. Maybe to a beginner, but that could again be very daunting for somebody that's just beginning, especially if they're not really good with decals, because then you got to line them up on the model as well before you set them. So that's almost bad advice, but they're easier to work with than the bigger ones. So that's a tough call on that one. I don't know what to recommend there. So I wouldn't recommend cutting them up though, personally. I didn't have much of an issue with any of mine. But again, I did have some issues. I had one or two fold over a bit, and you have to like get in there with like a needle or a toothpick and like fold it, and it's a pain in the ass. But it's easy to do if you have patience. Eagle Rider is here. Hey Foley. Hey Eagle Rider, how's it going? We should spark up a good conversation. Have an electrifying chat. I might be enlightened by speaking with you. You're very striking. Trying to think of other lightning-related puns. Anyway, moving on. Nobody else needs to hear about that. Neil Hammersmith, Captain, when you mentioned the bridge design, I separate the canon into classic TOS and modern Strange New Worlds. I do not think they're going to go back to 1960s aesthetic. Fine. I'm getting sick of hearing that fucking argument. Fine. Separate in your head. It's the same prime timeline. Everything looks different just because screw what they did for Relics and TNG. Screw what they did for Troubles and Tribulations and DS9. Screw what they did for Inamir Darkly and Enterprise, and actually kept the aesthetic the way it's supposed to look, because that's definitely prime. But no, this is different looking just because. Okay, for me it's just a separate timeline. It's the Discovery timeline. It's very similar to the prime timeline, very close, but not the prime timeline. Sorry, that's a real sticky spot for me. Sean's model builds. Does Terry Metalis like TOS? Could he work for Strange New Worlds? He does like TOS. Could he work for Strange New Worlds? I mean, he's got a taste of the high life now, having his own season, so I don't know if he'd work for Strange New Worlds. He'd want to be in charge of Strange New Worlds. So, there's that. Sturm von Alk. Bring Michael Bednar in to consult versus James or Vic. Sure. Or even better still, bring in Gary Kerr. He's a fucking expert on the TOS Enterprise. He's working with Tommy right now to get. Well, he did work with Tommy. Tommy's in the final stages of making their Enterprise, which I hope will be getting soon. It's supposed to be coming out or being shipped in September. Get Gary Kerr in. He's the expert. Cosmos says Prodigy is gone. Indeed, it's so sad. Aaron Waltke. Ha! Aaron Waltke is here. Hello, sir. Terry likes Prodigy. As he should. Good to see you, Aaron. Congratulations on the little girl. Amazing. And yeah, enjoying the dad life. Hashtag dad life. Sorry to hear about Prodigy, Aaron. Hopefully things work out and the new streaming service will actually pick it up. And maybe actually, I don't know if they can requisition new seasons. You'd have to tell us about that. But I'm really looking forward to season 2, regardless. I just hope it doesn't end on a cliffhanger, which I guarantee you it probably does. But good to see you, Aaron. Love you. Neil Hammersmith, to my prior comment, with the New Jersey, I think that is more fan service than actual canon. Matt Boardman, Prodigy is not gone. It's just not on Paramount anymore. Yes. Skeleton Strange New Worlds #1 fan. I've asked Terry Metellus on different occasions what he thinks of Strange New Worlds. He likes the answer, but never answers. I'm wondering if his non-answer is an answer. No. Matt Boardman, you can still purchase it on digital, Blu-ray, and DVD. Stern Von Elk says, I do not like the Strange New Worlds Farragut. Neither do I. It's freaking hideous. Skeleton Strange New Worlds #1 fan. Terry likes the question, not an answer. Neil Hammersmith, isn't the single nacelle the Apollo class? Probably. That sounds vaguely familiar. It's not the Sombra class, because the USS Peregrine was a Sombra class, which is just a Constitution class. Matt Boardman, it's still being worked on, so season 2 will be finished. They just need to find a new home for it. Aaron Walke has said that Paramount has faith in the show. Good. They should. It fucking won awards, man. It's an Emmy Award-winning show. Sean's model builds. I can also hand paint the decals. 5 minutes per pie wedge with 3 colors. I don't have any patience. I'm not a doctor. Have a shocking good time. Eagle Rider says, those jokes are Foley's humorous jokes because I was struck by lightning. Ha ha ha, he is such a nerd. Well, she said it. There you go. She got struck by lightning because I guess she's an electrifying personality. The most electrifying woman in YouTube entertainment. Kind of like The Rock, the most electrifying man in sports entertainment. Anyway, at least she is now. Kelvin verse. Fleetpaw says, you're the light in his ning. Ugh, that's awful, Fleetpaw. Hezrez, that is why I don't mention timelines anymore. LOL. I am cool. Think what you will. Yeah, I will. I will think what I will. Unfortunately, we have to hear about and discuss timelines all the time. So I get very bitter about it. Raymond Anders, I would like to see in Strange New Worlds a ship like the Baker class destroyer. Car Shep, the reason why everything looks better and different now is because we have HD and 4K. No? Viable reasoning? No, it's absolutely not viable reasoning. But thanks for chiming in. Cosmo, the voltage is the brightest in the voltage in the brightest bulb. Eagle Rider says, Foley, we got to stream sometime again. Been too long since we got a chance to hang out. This is very true. Matt Boardman, yeah, I'd call Gary Kerr before most others for sure. Gary Kerr's the man, and he's a great guy. I talk to him on a regular basis, and yeah, he knows his stuff. He knows all the paint colors, every paint color on that ship. He knows. Gary Kerr would be the man to talk to about the TOS Enterprise. Neil Hammersmith, regarding timelines, Star Trek Enterprise takes place in its own timeline because of the regeneration episode, according to Braga. The ghost of Q's left eyebrow. Hey, Cap. Hope you and the Admiral are doing well. Can't wait for Strange New Worlds in the morning. We are doing well. Hope you're doing well as well. Also. And, yeah. I can't wait either. Sean's model builds. As Hedda King said about Rachel Lind, she's on the dim side of a guiding light. Fuck, seriously, Precious. Like, holy shit, dog. Car Chef. OG Enterprise had touch screens, but film quality back in the day was bad. Samuel will understand. I understand what you're saying too. I just don't care because that's not accurate. Fleetpaw. I suppose it would depend on how free his reigns were on Strange New Worlds. Keeps Kurtzman and Goldman away from him and think it would be stellar. Hezraz. Are they getting rid of Prodigy because they are working on something else? Probably not, but I wish so. Hopefully they make something eventually that like Star Trek Legacy people want. Mark Lawrence. Phew. Back home now. Just used to Eastern time zone, sputtering out like a 5-year-old in the back seat after a fun day at the zoo. Good to see you, Mark. Aaron Waltke. If the new network wants to order new seasons, they absolutely can. I'd imagine they'd want to air season 2 first. Well, obviously, see how it performs. But I'm glad to hear that, Aaron. Sean's model builds. To paraphrase Dr. McCoy from Wrath of Khan, Prodigy's really not dead as long as we remember it. Indeed. Stern Von Alk would love to see the Sentinel in Strange New Worlds. Fleetpaw, thank you, Prodigy. Thank you for Prodigy, Aaron Waltke. I hope everything works out for you and the show because it's awesome. Fleetpaw says, and congrats on your daughter, sir. Sean's model builds. How can the rock be electrifying? Do rocks conduct electricity? No, but the rock does. Eagle Rider. Foley is a strange man, but yeah, all joking aside, I am so far out of the loop anymore. I know, I never hear from you. Never see you streaming. Hezraz, I am agreeing with you, Cap. Thank you, as you should. This is the forum to do so. Come, tell me how awesome I am. Aaron Waldke, regarding the previous comments, we feature a Prometheus class and the TOS bridge in Prodigy. We have everything for Trekyards fans. You absolutely do, Aaron. And we love that you love that attention to detail. That's why you're one of our favorites. Sean's model builds. As Deanna Troi ranted in First Contact, timeline. I don't want to hear about timelines. We have no time. What was I saying? We shouldn't say timelines. She doesn't say timelines. She says, this is no time to argue about time. We don't have the time. Stern Von Alk. Someone brought up online that Magnolia Clothier was going to produce a Monster Maroon. Will the commander and the captain be adding one? The commander already has a full one, and it's beautiful. I would love to get one, but, you know, I'm kind of fat, and I don't want to get it tailored to be fat, and then if I lose weight, which I was like, I'm going to lose weight, but I probably never will. So I don't know. We'll see. I would like to get one. Just not the Strange New Worlds one, because I absolutely despise it. And everybody's getting them. They're getting, like, the Strange New Worlds one with the funky, like, sleeves. And they're like, oh, look at this. I got a Monster Maroon. And I'm like, you don't, though. You got one. You got a Monster Maroon, but you don't have the Monster Maroon. And, yeah, I'd get one custom made. So. Fleetpaw, $5. Timelines. This is no time to argue about time. We don't have the time. What was I saying? Fleetpaw says, and it was stunning. Aaron Waltke felt like home. Karshep. All new Trek takes place in the timeline created after first. Oh, no, it doesn't. You do you, sir. You do you. The ghost of Q's left eyebrow. Member for 9 months at the rank of lieutenant. Thank you so much for your service, Lieutenant. Awesome. All hail the snoring pug. No, please don't. That'll just stroke her ego. Sean's model builds. Could the Smithsonian TOS filming model restoration team join Gary Kerr on Stranger Worlds? Well, that would be like Andrew Probert, Rick Sternbach was there, Michael and Denise Okuda, Gary Kerr. Who the fuck else was there? There's a few other ones there. That's a lot of people to pay. And if they're trying to save money, I don't think that's a good idea. Matt Boardman, I got a script for Kobayashi from the Hagerman brothers for donating to a charity that they were promoting. It also came with an official Aaron Waltke signature. It is most treasured. Aaron Waltke, I also need your signature. Will you send it to me if I send you my address? It can be on anything. Just not one of the used diapers from your daughter. Speaking of the Hagerman brothers, had the opportunity to speak with them recently, and they know all about Trekyards. They love Trekyards. And that's awesome. We're very happy about that. Anyway, moving on. Hezraz, I would love to see McCoy eventually in Strange New Worlds. I would too. Lieutenant Raymond Anders, nice talking to you tonight. Talk to you later. And your puppy. See you, Raymond. Eagle Rider, fine. I will start sending you more of my projects that I'm working on. I swear it is not on purpose. Everyone gets less of me anymore. It's all fine. I understand. Do what you gotta do. Kevin Scott, 76. Still think the best sci-fi is The Expanse. Expanse is pretty good. Sean's model builds. I was adapting the Antichrist quote for Cap because he doesn't want to talk about timelines. Oh, okay, I got you. I thought you were just misunderstood her quote. Thank you. Hezraz, I hate and love how Strange New Worlds is depicting T'Pring and Nurse Chapel. Hate the sad ending and difference, but love the character development and change. Hezraz says, truth, I never watched the final season of The Expanse, even though I was a big proponent of the others. Stern Von Alk, if Doohan and Shatner can pull off the Monster Maroon, you shouldn't have a problem. It's a good point. That's a very good point. Need to get an industrial strength girdle. Rant alert, all hands to ranting station. No, it's not a rant alert, guys. Relax. It's fine. Garshep, Captain Sir, apologies for the ball breaking. It's all good. I'll remember it. Hezras says, I got bored of The Expanse. Aaron Welke says, of course, I'll even send you a script of your choice. Ooh. I'll send you a message afterwards, Aaron. Thank you so much. Fleetpaw, I think you just made his day, Aaron. Yes, absolutely. Eagle Rider, seriously though, I do feel bad I don't get much contact anymore, especially with some of you folks who have been so good to me. I even miss you teasing me. Moi? Tease you? Tease anyone? The great Captain Foley does not lower himself to the tier of teasing people. That is just ridiculous. I'm shocked and appalled that you would even say such a thing. Huh. Huh. Huh, I say. Moving on. Mark, Cap, are you going to see Indiana Jones on Friday? No, I am not. I'll probably see it like later in the week or the following weekend or the weekend after that. I don't know. Not right away, no. Jeff W. Hey, how's it going? It's going well. Good to see you, Jeff. Hezraz, because you know how the whole T'Pring and Chapel thing ends up. It is making me like both characters, and before I just saw them as jerks. But that shows good writing. Shows good writing and depiction. Yes. Oh yeah. T'Pring. To get me on board to like T'Pring, tough job, but they've done it. I love T'Pring. Chapel I was always indifferent to, and I never understood her like, oh, Mr. Spock. I mean, they're doing a good job with her. I love Jess. I love Jess Bush. I think she does a fantastic job with the character, and yeah, it's more. I'm going to watch TOS in a little bit different way now when I see Nurse Chapel, but I want to see how they get there. So yeah, they've done a fantastic job. For me to like T'Pring, that's a big deal because when I have my mind made up about something, I never have my mind made up because I can be convinced. Anyway, but no, they've done a really good job with her character. So it is sad to know where it's going though. Eagle Rider says, well, that is horse droppings. You love to tease me. It's okay. Anyone here can speak to the fact that I've never teased anybody. It's not my personality type. And if they tell you otherwise, they're lying. Hezrez. Well, T'Pring is a jerk and Chapel is a drama queen. Mark says, I'm hoping for my birthday a little present to myself. Oh, to go on to see Indiana Jones. Well, enjoy it. I hope it's good. Fleetpaw says, let's smack that like, folks. I think we can get 50 likes. Do it. Do it now. Kevin Scott 76. Have you watched Avenue 5? Just started the second season. So funny. Yes, I've watched all of Avenue 5. It's amazing. You don't know if they're making more of them, though. It feels like they need to because it doesn't feel finished for sure. But, yeah, I've watched it all. Just W. Glad I got to see Strange New Worlds early. Don't have to wait until 1:30 this week. Well, la-di-da. Aren't you lucky? Hezraz. It kind of makes... Hezraz says, it kind of makes me see Spock as a bit of a jerk in the situation. But hey, he was basically a Vulcan teen at the time. Right? Eagle Rider Foley, don't ask your audience to lie for you. I would never do such a thing. They're all upstanding individuals who, are the very cream of the crop as far as human beings and YouTube viewers go. So I'm sure that they will just tell you the truth. No one will lie for me. Aaron Wilkie says, nice dropping in for a chat, but I gotta run, baby duty. Good to see you later, Aaron. Enjoy. Hezraz, hit the like. I did. You should. I hope Aaron did. Fleetpaw. He teases me all the time, but he still likes me. See, they're not lying for me. They're telling you the truth that I tease them, even though I said I didn't. Who's right, who's wrong? I don't know. It's hard to say. Avenue 5 is hilarious. Hugh Laurie in his comedy glory, yes. Stern Von Ulk. Since Picard alluded to Saavik having a continuing story post Star Trek 3, I would be interested in the possibility of potential progeny of Ponfar and reanimated Spock. No. The finger thing, it's not sex. It's like foreplay. It's not like that's their genitals. They just had sex. She's going to get pregnant. No, sir. No. By all means, no. That's just an awful idea. Everything you just said is wrong. How can you be so wrong? I do want to see Saavik, though, in charge and command of the USS Titan, NCC 1777. It's a good number. Shangri-La class. I'd be down for seeing some adventures of hers. Eagle Rider says, that was my point, Fleet Foley. Acting innocent is funny. Terrence Childs, how long did the Section 31 ship exist for before the Federation decided to destroy it? I don't know. Which ship are you talking about? Donnie Pearson, I'm looking forward to strange new episode later tonight. A strange new episode? Eagle Rider, anyone else feel like they need hip waders to get through this is BS tonight? Hugs, Foley. Love teasing you. Hey. Hip waders aren't necessary. Full body biosuits are probably what you need. But anyway, regardless, it's just the way it is. Hezraz, apparently this new Strange New Worlds episode was leaked to some people due to an accident. I'm looking forward to it. Yes, it was put up on Paramount Plus for like a day, but it's a time travel episode. I think it's called Tomorrow is the name of the episode, I think. But time travel episode. I thought they released it early as like a joke, but apparently they didn't. So Fleet Paw, it's different when you tease me, though. I hear a lot of people for you. You do. Speaking of, there's this Eagle Rider person in the chat, as you know, accusing me of all these things. Keep an eye on her. Karshep, I would never lie for you, Captain. But there was that one time in Mexico you had me do some pretty shady stuff. But that was another time. Line. Jeff W. I know that cough had to be bad today with the air quality. Asthma had to go to the emergency room for a few hours. It wasn't that bad here, quality-wise, today. Plus, I was inside most of the day. Yesterday was pretty bad, and my cough wasn't an issue at all, actually. Just when I'm talking, just talking to you guys, it brings out the cough in me. Ego Rider says, I just share inappropriate art with him. The lies. There's the lies that you need the hip waders for, right there. Ezraz, I think they should have Savick be in the new series. Maybe a Star Trek Legacy type or sequel to Star Trek Picard. Trekyards here. Hey, Trekyards. Sternblown, I think the captain should drink for each pug snort. Oh, Jesus Christ, no. Eagle Rider, don't kid Foley. I got flagged in your chat before, remember? No. Mark says the captain would die of alcohol poisoning. I would, yes. Broken speaker. A guy at work saw this week's episode yesterday. He liked it. Eagle Rider says, I have two, you fibber. I know you have, but you don't need to tell everybody. Calm down now. Mark says the air quality is bad here. I probably shouldn't be outside smoking right now, but I am. If you're going to do something, do it 100%. Sean's model builds. I'm back. What did I miss? Oh, nothing. Eagle Rider. Or do we got to talk about the naked pinups I shared with you? I mean, hey. If anybody knows me very well, they know that's not surprising. So, Pezraz, Savick would still be alive in non-canon. She is. Jeff W says, can I mention something about the Stranger Worlds episode without giving away spoilers? Sure. You can try. Although my moderator overrode me and said no, so I apologize, Jeff. I was going to say yes and allow it, as long as it wasn't spoilery. But, hey, you know what? I'm not the boss here. I just work here. Fleet Paw's the one actually pulling the strings. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Ego Rider, I do. I teased you and got timed out. It was a long time ago. Well, that's before anybody knew who you were. Yeah, the mods were doing their jobs, and then I gave them shit, don't worry. I said, no, she's fine. Hezra says, the past is the past, y'all. Sean's model builds, I probably shouldn't have run laps at lunch in the bad air, but I did. Don't know why I found that funny. But I did. All right. Eager Rider. Sorry, Foley. I am cooped up and bored in this smoke. And damn you Canadians. Hey, like I said, talk to Quebec. Talk to Alberta. It's their fault. Ontario has nothing to do with that shit. Don't blame me. Urs says the wildfire smoke has even reached Switzerland. Just read that in an article. Wow. Eager Rider says, but Hez, I want to tease Foley. I'm bored. My goodness. Perilous turtle. Would it make me weak, or is it an opportunity to show strength from taking a weak position? The hell are you talking about? Peepaw says, watch Star Trek with him in Perilous. Watch Star Trek with him in Perilous Turtle. Trekyards says, pinups, you say. Cap is known to show his bizarres live. No, not pinups of me, dumbass. Pinups she shared with me. Oh my god. You freaking weirdos. Kevin Scott says, since I'm friends with JP, that means I'm 1 degree away from Seth MacFarlane. Since I know you, what famous person am I a degree away from? Rick Sternbach, Doug Drexler, John Eves, Andrew Provert, Aaron Waltke, Meg McMahon, Matt Boardman, famous person, Samuel Cockings, there's probably others. I just can't think of them right offhand. Eagle Rider, I know, although I am feeling like a stranger right now. I swear I've been cooped up dealing with family for months. Boo. I have a friend in Canada. Oh my god, you do. I'll move right away. That does a weekly handout chat with me. A handout chat? You mean a hangout? When the smoke got bad a few weeks ago, as soon as he signed in, I broke out singing, blame Canada, blame Canada. Yes. Pumpkin Spice. So if this second season of Prodigy is not released, will they still release the Voyager A? Who would you expect to release the Voyager A? Eagle Moss? No, they went out of business, man. I don't know what you mean. Eagle Rider, pinups I drew, and not of me also. Well, we have no proof of that. Hezraz, Alberta fires have mostly burnt out. Blame British Columbia. Their fires have started. British Columbia forest fire season has started. Plus, like half of Quebec is on fire. Mark says, I saw a funny meme yesterday. Ed O'Neill is a black belt in jiu-jitsu. So it was saying Al Bundy can beat up John Wick and Aquaman. Yeah, I saw that one too. Fleetpaw says, but I'm more infamous than famous. Jeff W., the smoke made it down here to St. Louis. Really? I'm sorry. Trek or not, who is the most famous celebrity you have met? Most famous celebrity I've met? Probably William Shatner. That's another good question. Met David Hasselhoff. I'd say he's arguably more famous than William Shatner. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. Broken Speaker. I'm good friends with Adam Carella, who is good friends with Seth MacFarlane, but I am a billion degrees away from Seth. I have visited with Jimmy Kimmel a few times. That's awesome. Wow. Eagle Rider. Jeff, St. Louis is not far from me, about 4 hours south. Jake LaMountain throws in $20 with no comment, though. Oh, he says, Allie or Curtis? 1 hour, which one? Allie. Kirstie Alley for the win for an hour. Are you kidding me? That's not even a question. I'll have a shot for that, though, for that super chat. So thank you very much, Jake from State Farm. If that is, in fact, your real name. Oh, shit, son. It's a black shot glass, so I can't see the level. And all of a sudden, it's like full. I'm gonna regret that. It's like right at the top. But cheers. I'm gonna sip this one. No, no. Hazardous, name drop in time, y'all. Eagle Rider, I am not proving it either, Foley. Only way to prove they are not me is to show myself. That dude Vince. I haven't noticed the smoke in here in St. Louis, but I did go out. I don't go outside much. Mark says I'm about 3 hours from St. Louis. Pleepaw says I was going to say either Shatner or Sir Patrick. I haven't met Patrick Stewart yet. Samuel has, but I have not. Broken Speaker. I have met Eric Idle, so I've got a rare picture with him. Very cool. He plays a junkie in the Transformers movie. Trekyards. Is that a name? Anyway. He's a Transformer. Will the Voyager A from Prodigy still be considered canon? Yes. Season 1 aired. It's official. But people are like, what Voyager A? What are you talking about? Prodigy? Yeah, the last episode, there were shuttles from the Voyager A rescuing the kids. 2 of them. But we haven't seen the Voyager A itself yet. We've seen the Voyager B in Picard season 3, though. So, what? Yes, we did. Pay attention. Trekyards says probably the Shat for me. Hezraz says, so would a 6 degree of separation rule now be called the 8 degree of separation rule due to 2 billion population increase since it was made? I ain't no scientist. I don't know the answer. Jake says, funny, my real name is Kirk. I went from Captain Kirk to Jake from State Farm. Broken Speaker, this drive brought to you by Cyberdyne Systems. Enjoy it while you can. In this live? Pumpkin Spice. I think I met Uma Thurman, a tall woman in a hat and sunglasses, came into the pizzeria I was working at. I was going to ask, but celebrities don't like being bothered, so when her pizza was ready, she said, thanks, sweetie, and tipped me $20. Had a really nice Audi for our area. Jeff W. met Haley Atwell. Sean's model builds. I met Patrick Stewart in 2011 at Star Trek Las Vegas. Broken Speaker, $2. Time to make everybody jealous. Multi-parter. Eagle Rider. I gotta get going, but I will send you some possible live stream or some stream time soon. Okay. Thanks for stopping by. Hezraz. To name mention, Nathan Fillion is from Edmonton. He went to the University of Alberta. His brother is a professor at the University of Alberta. I know some people who were taught by him. Nice. I'm fine. Nearly 4 hours since the Desjardins. Oh my God, I'm having a stroke. Desjardins Group. Complete the rebranding of State Farm Mutual Canadian branch into the Desjardins Insurance. Peepaw Swiftback. Most famous person I've met is Doug from Nostalgia Critic. I've met infamous politicians before, though. They're about as crooked as they come, especially the male senator from my state. Oh my God, my eye just got really watery and itchy. Oi. Kevin Scott says the Beach Boys used to use our driveway as a neighborhood concert in Santa Barbara. Nice. Trek or not, who was the hottest celebrity you have met or the biggest crush you have met? Biggest crush I've met. Biggest crush I've met would probably be um, Mary Wiseman as Tilly. I met her in Vegas. Back when I was still silly for Tilly. First in line to get my picture with her, by the way. Bought the picture, the photo op, and woke up early. Got down first in line. First one to get my picture with her, which was awesome. She's a real sweetheart. But I ain't so silly for Tilly no more. But that's all I'll say about that. Broken speaker. Name drop alert. Several years ago, I bought a last-minute ticket to see a show called Last Look Back at a little theater in Eagle Rock. It was written by and starred Brent Spiner. Directed by Gates McFadden. They had to ask Brent if it was okay to sell me a ticket. I thought that was funny. Turns out it was a special donation night, mostly for special guests. Okay, I'm filling my glass, so are you. Right? They go through ships way too fast. If it was Voyager B then, although it should be launched about 50 years after the first one. It depends what happens. If the first one gets lost in season 2 of Prodigy, or the A gets lost, I'm sorry, the B would be a couple years later, so. Cap, did you ever meet Leonard Nimoy at a convention? I didn't. I've never met Leonard Nimoy, no. Desjardins. Yes, Desjardins. I have a... There's Desjardins around here. I say it all the time. I don't know why I can't say it tonight, though. Jake LaMountain throws another $20 super chat. Fuck's sakes. That's another shot. Yeah. It's not quite as full, but... Fine, I'm filling my glass. Jake. Thank you, Jake. My eye, though. Oh, my God. It's burning right now. Cheers. Gross. All right. Speaking of insurance, Happy National Insurance Awesomeness Day. No. Happy National Insurance Awareness Day. Oh my God. Having a day, man. Hezraz, I sometimes wish Leonard Nimoy was still alive to see the current depiction of Spock. It's not hay fever. For fuck's sakes, I don't have hay fever. I don't suffer from hay fever. Sean's model builds. Politicians are always crooked because they can't keep their lips straight, their lies straight. Who are you silly for now? A few people. Broken speaker. Brent said, okay, sell him a ticket. Turns out it was a special reception at TNG cast, and Rick Berman of the main present. Got to hang out with them all night. That's cool. That dude Vince, a mod for a YouTube channel that's done interviews of Ray Porter, Darkseid from Justice League, Lloyd Kaufman, Tommy Latour, and Robert Meyer Burnett. It was cool asking them questions. I've met Robert Meyer Burnett. He told me I was his second favorite Canadian, right behind William Shatner. Hezraz, at least Nichelle Nichols met the new Uhura in Strange New Worlds. That dude Vince, but not really met anyone in real life. Pumpkin Spice says, might want to keep an eye on Paramount Plus. They are bleeding UPN, the CW money, and I think may fold sometime in the next 3 months. This is the way. Pumpkin Spice. What? No love for Detmer from Discovery, Foley? Fuck no. I hate Detmer. I cannot stand her character or the actress. Hezraz, maybe clean out that eye with some water and eye drops. Yeah, I got eye drops downstairs. I'll do that after the live. It's fucking. They're both irritated now. For some reason. Nothing's changed in my environment. I think Nimai would be proud. Peck does a good. Does the real shit. Seriously. We're not asking your opinion. I don't care if you're proud. Peck does the real justice, yes. Jeff W., do we have a day? Do we have to have a day for everything? Yes, we do. And tomorrow is National Complaining About Having a Day for Everything Day. Jeff. Trek or not, which celebrity would you like to meet the most? Oh my God, I don't know. Actually, I should say the most famous celebrity I met is probably David Copperfield. I met him like quite a few years ago. Who would I want to meet the most? I don't know. Let's hope your TB gets better. Oh, my tuberculosis? Trek or not, that you haven't already met, of course. Pumpkin Spice. We'll really miss the new Beavis and Butthead series of Paramount Plus folds. Mike Judge is eternally hilarious. Eric Martin. I finally got YouTube Premium. Way better. Fucking right. I told you. YouTube Premium is the way to go. Foley is suffering from can't stand bullshititis, aka fuck this shit. Yes. Trek or not, the eye condition might be a side effect. Have you been exposed to Kurtzman content in the past 24 hours? No, but we've been talking about Discovery and the new Starfleet Academy show, and Tilly, who's connected to Discovery. That could be it. Might be onto something there, Trek or not. You may be right. After watching Kurtzman Trek, I almost lost vision in my good eye. Broken speaker. I would like to meet Pete Townsend someday. I feel like that window is closing fast, though, as he no longer needs to tour. I also met Shatner when he did the Corolla show, but did not try to say much. Carshep Cap is switching to Mirror Cap. Can't handle these bright lights. Yes, that's exactly what it is. Alex Biddle, evening Cap. I know it sucks about Prodigy, but I'm keeping hopeful that Kate Mulgrew is free to do live action now. Sure, she was always free to do live action. Voicing Prodigy is not keeping her so busy that she couldn't do something else. Sean's model builds. Trek or not? Thank you. I have a whole list of self-made puns on my phone. Are the celebs... All the celebs I like are going to be retired or somewhat private. Kevin Scott, sorry if I changed the topic to meeting famous people and you're not into it. I mean, you did totally fucking change the vibe, but it's okay. Eric Martin, I'd like to talk to Avery Brooks and hope I could follow the conversation. Wow, Eric. That dude Vince, I wonder how Discovery will be remembered years from now. Like, what is the legacy compared to the other series? He's allergic to Tilly. I've solved it. Oh, I hope not. Karshep, if we're going to talk Discovery, imagine a timeline when that was a good series. I know. I had so much hope and potential for it when it first was announced. Kate Mulgrew should show up in a live-action Trek if they end up making a series taking place after Picard. Sylvan and Janeway from Tuvok and B'Elanna. Sure, yeah. Jeff W., did you say you met the actress who played Tilly on Discovery or the actress Jennifer Tilly? I would love to meet Jennifer Tilly, but no, I met Tilly, Mary Wiseman, from Discovery. I'm going to have to go try to put the hood back on the truck, okay? Trek or not, in fairness, you are the most famous YouTuber I have met. Yeah, Birmingham. I remember. You were drunk. Hezraz, add some DS9 characters and we will have a good time. Don't tell Cockings. I'm more famous than he is. I had my YouTube channel a lot longer than he has. Plus, I have my Captain Foley personal channel. That being said, he's been in a lot of fan films and he's like little cameo roles and he's a director and a writer and a special effects guy and has his own whatever. Psst, psh, psh. He met Mary Wiseman, who plays Tilly. Yes. Sean's model builds. I met Nichelle Nichols at Star Trek Las Vegas in 2017. She signed a picture of her and Obama in the Oval Office. What is everyone's favorite autograph Star Trek item? I just took one of mine downstairs today. God damn it. Urs says, if you ever would write a book, what gen would you write about? Middle Ages, sci-fi, horror, or what genre? Oh my God. It's funny. I started writing a book like 25 years ago. Holy shit. It was a vampire book. I was big into vampires back then. I used to watch Forever Night. I used to have the role-playing game, but never played it. The Masquerade. I was big into vampires. So I started writing a vampire novel. I got like 4 chapters done, and I still have them somewhere. I wouldn't be good with writing. I don't think I pay enough attention to details. I don't have the patience to write all the fucking details. I can give you story arcs. I can have a ghostwriter do it, like Shatner, who did his Shatner Star Trek novels that were written by him. They weren't. They're written by Judith and Garfield Reeve Stevens. He was there talking about ideas and pitching ideas. But they're written by him. I could do the same thing. Genre-wise, though, I would probably do something like historical or sci-fi. I think I should dig out my vampire novel and read it to you guys sometime. It's up here in the library somewhere. Anyway. How did you and Sam Calkins meet? I'm not going to answer that. I've answered that 50,000 times. There's many videos where you can find that out. You met Pixel Dan, Sean? That's awesome. Which of the TNG crew will pass away? Oh my God. Story time with the cat. You know what? I'm gonna see. I think I might know where it is. Son of a bitch. It wasn't there. It's probably somewhere in that bookshelf. I just have to find it. I thought it might be beside the bookshelf. It's not. Yeah, I was big into vampires. What of it? Suck it up, Buttercup. Yes, that video might explain it, Fleetpaw. All right, I'm going to call it quits, though, guys. My eyes are killing me. I need to go throw in some eye drops and figure out what set that off. But hopefully you guys are satiated and had some fun. Cool that Aaron Waltke stopped by. That was awesome. And yeah, don't worry about Prodigy. I think it'll be fine. Just got to see what's going on. By all means, tune in tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I'm going to do my not complete, that's a complete breakdown, but no, it's not. It's a first reaction to next episode of Strangely Worlds, which is out tonight. So I'll talk to you guys then, and then I'll also see you on Friday for the full breakdown and reviews. So anyway, I'll let you know how my eyes are feeling tomorrow night. If anybody even remembers to ask me, I'll tell you. So there you go. So anyway, guys, have a good night. I'll talk to you all later. Keep in mind, I love you all. Except you, asshole.